Welcome, everybody. It is Friday. It is 12 noon. We are here in the studio at WeBeam TV. And are we in Hudson? We are in Hudson, aren't we?
Port Richey.
Port Richey, actually. And we're doing our live show today. Dan, say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everybody. Today we are sponsored by Advil Cold and Sinus, Vicks Vapor Rub, Tylenol, and lack of sleep. That is what we are spotting. NyQuil. NyQuil.
Or it'd be Dayquil at this point.
At this point, it's any quill that I could get into my body that makes me feel somewhat as a normal person. Dan's trying to sit far away from me today because I'm still overcoming my second round of this stupid flu. Picked it up, Christmas Eve, fought it Christmas Day. I ended up sleeping in a chair and then on the floor and just being crappy and trying to come out of it, but here we are. The show must go on. We all know
I have managed to go through the whole season so far without getting sick, but yet everybody around me has been sick. I got people at my office that have been sick. My wife's been sick. Jan's she was sick all through Christmas.
I'm telling you, it's been a bad season. They said there's like 30 different strands of this stupid flu going around, so it is what it is. Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
Wash your
everybody.
Hands. Get medicine in you. Vitamin C.
Don't go to work if you're sick.
Hey, wait a second. I don't have time to be sick. That's the whole point. It's like we got things to do. We got to stay busy and keep it up. So here we are doing our live web show. We're going to talk about a lot of things coming up here. End of the year. You know, we're going to talk about what are some of the great things we did this past year. Bike Week, Biketoberfest, Leesburg. When did you come on board with us? We were just talking about that. You haven't been with us for a full year, have you?
Probably May or June. I know my first real run was the Soaked and Sore Ass run.
Oh, God, yes, the Soaked and... Where you got your nickname.
Yeah.
Where you got your nickname. Dan, it's a man. That's where he got his nickname. New Orleans is a funny town with funny people. And
no.
A lot of women have extra parts there, so Dan, was talking to this one that had extra parts, and he said it didn't, but Dan... It's a man.
You weren't even there. You had no idea.
Listen, Hawk told us all about it.
He wasn't there.
So let us know if you like. He wants a. What are your other nicknames? Because you don't get to pick your nickname in the motorcycle world.
No,
you don't get to pick it. Hence, Chief Cupcake. All right. I don't know what to tell you. Sorry, I got Chief Cupcake. So
listen, I'll take any nickname suggestions.
Dan, it's a man.
My wife's nickname for me, because she does my laundry, is Skid Mark.
That is not a good. That's
no.
Ay.
But I think I'd rather that than Dan, it's a man.
No, I mean, at least you know, it could be Dan afterwards. Did you know it was a man? Oh, too funny. That was a lot of fun. That you guys rode back. How many miles in that one day?
So the first day we drove, the weather was hot, and but we experienced no rain. We went to Panama City. Then from Panama City, the next day we drove to New Orleans, where the Harley-Davidson dealership there was kind enough to have a open beer bucket for us.
Yes.
Which I was told we were going to stay the extra day and sightsee.
I remember
So don't ever listen to these guys when they say you're staying an extra day, because they woke up early in the morning and said, all right, we're riding back home. So
well, because it was rain, though, too. We were fighting rain you guys were fighting rain that whole
way. We drove
way.
straight into the rain that morning.
Yes.
So with a hangover, I was forced to ride back to Newport Richey from New Orleans all in one trip.
Oh, you guys showed up at like 2 in the morning. I remember it was so late, but that was a good trip. Hey, welcome to Full Throttle Magazine, right?
Yes.
That's how it works.
Well, and I did learn one thing. The question when we started was, could you fall asleep on a motorcycle while riding? And we did find out the answer.
Not in the back of it, while riding.
No, while riding. Yes, nice. You can fall asleep on a motorcycle while riding.
Was that you with your brand new bike? That was with the brand new bike?
Yep, that was with the Limited that I had just gotten from Bert's Barracuda.
That's right. Speaking of Bert's Barracuda, we're looking at our Facebook page here while you talk to people. By the way, chime in, let us know where you're watching from. We'll give you a shout out. Dan will pull up and we can see what you guys say, where you're from, what you're doing. If you guys are home on vacation or you're home seeing family or whatnot, let us know. We'll chime in and give you guys a shout out and say hello wherever you guys are from. Dan,
I got to share.
Oh, that's right. You got to share.
Yeah, so if you guys see the live feed right now, you can always hit the share button and share with your friends, neighbors, enemies, anybody you'd like.
That's right. Yes.
So you just got to go to our Facebook page.
Share with your enemies. It's
Florida Full Throttle.
That's right. So we're going to talk about the expo coming up. Of course, that is right in our wheelhouse. You got Twinkies rides coming up here. Twinkies rides got about 1,000 people on it. We were looking at that yesterday. That thing has a lot of people saying they're going. It's the first big run of the year, January 4th. It's going to ride around the bay, and I'm not 100% on all these stops. I want to say...
I'll pull it up. We have it here.
We go to...
So my wife did put in a request because we did Twinkie's charity ride the last time,
yes.
and it was a huge crowd. And we wound up at Richards, which was a smaller venue than was needed for the crowd that showed up, which was great. So my wife has requested that we go to the end stop for our stop.
Oh, sure.
So
You just want to be at the end.
So we can have a nice lunch at
Well,
River's
it's at
Edge.
Quaker Steak and Lube. The end stop is now at Quaker Steak and Lube.
I thought it was
so
at
even
River's
better.
Edge.
You're going to have good food
Well, that'll
there.
work.
It starts at, I
got
want to say,
plenty
the
of room
Corner
there.
Bar. Then we go over to River's Edge. Then we go down to Peggy's Corral.
Here
I
it
want to
is,
say there's
Twinkies.
one in between there somewhere. Oh, Hennessy's. So Corner Bar, Hennessy's, River's Edge, Peggy's Corral, Quaker Steak. So you can see right there in that corner, it loops
Goes
around.
completely around the
It
bay.
goes around the bay, which is a great ride. I don't know, you can't pull it up. I'm thinking that they're looking at it online. No, so it's a great ride. I'm looking over here. Listen, I'm sick, everybody, so it's going to be a crappy show. I'm sorry. Just expect it, all right?
Well, we got Jezebel playing from 3 to 7 at Quaker.
Jezebel's going to be playing. She's rocking she's been doing a lot of great events, a lot of West Coast Florida Rider stuff, which you're representing on your hat. WCFR.
Yep.
Ain't no party.
Like a West Coast party.
Because a West Coast party don't stop. Anyways, that's those guys have a good time. We are rapping. Well, we were supposed to sing today, so you know, I could rap, sing, whatever you want. But
Listen, they were nervous. They knew I'd show them up, so they bailed. Les ain't here. He's sick. This guy's sick, so they all bailed on. I was ready. I was prepared.
Then sing. If you're
No,
prepared.
I'm gonna wait.
Hold on.
No.
Hold on. If you're ready, we're ready.
No, I'll wait
what
until
song
next
was
time.
it that you chose?
I don't know any of his
Oh,
songs.
see now, full of bullshit. This guy right here.
Listen,
So,
it was the holiday week.
yeah, we didn't have.
I
anything.
was busy, and I haven't even looked up any Daughtry songs. So you guys are going to have to hold off for one more week, but that gives you the opportunity to pitch which song I'm going to sing, Tony's going to sing, Les is going to sing, and John, our producer, is going to sing.
So I figured you were doing a Daughtry song.
Correct. I'm doing Daughtry.
I was going to do an Uncle Cracker song, and
Yep.
then Les is going to do Crazy Bitch just because it fits Les perfectly. And then I got John in my ear. John, do you know a song that you would like to sing from one of the bands that are coming to the expo? He's going to tell me right now. You are going to have to find one. I know. Well, there's some great songs, and we're going to have to find. But we want you guys to pick songs from those places. So we're, you know, I'm going to do Uncle Cracker because I can do. There's a new Floatin'. There's, I mean, he's got some good songs. You're going to do Daughtry. There's a lot of great songs from Daughtry.
I-
Are you going to dress up like a Rottweiler too, or a Pitbull, or whatever he was dressed up like on?
I can bring my pit bull. That's about it.
He was, you know, he was just on The Masked Singer.
Yes.
So, which is pretty cool because that's a, you know, nationwide show.
And he was
that
number 2 on that also.
he said he's just the number. He's the best runner up there is. He said I don't even know how to explain it. He goes, I couldn't believe I came in second place again. But Wayne Brady is amazing. I've seen Wayne Brady live in Vegas. The dude he's fast on his feet. He can sing. He is a. But I don't know if he's better than Daughtry. Do you? I mean, Daughtry's like a.
Depends on the song.
I guess you're right because
Yeah.
the song is you know, I don't see Daughtry doing like, you know, maybe some of the songs that he would do. So with but it was good.
He's a very talented.
They're all very talented. They were on national TV singing.
Well, next week we're all going to be very talented.
We're going to be extremely talented. Next week we are singing. We're going to. Can we even, John? Can we green screen and put like scenes behind us and stuff like that? Like,
Oh, now you're going crazy.
oh, because there's a green screen.
I know, but I got it first. I got to learn this, find the song, learn the song.
We'll get the karaoke
I need you guys
version.
to help me suggest a song, a Daughtry song for myself.
A Daughtry song for yourself. Okay, and then I need a Uncle Cracker song for myself. So again, January 4th, we're going to be doing Twinkies Ride, which is great. Starts at Corner Bar, goes to Hennessy's and Oldsmar, down to River's Edge and Gibsonton, Peggy's Corral, back up to Quaker Steak and Lube. Great ride. Got to you even get to go over the Skyway for the first.
Yes.
So that's a really great ride. The payouts is going to be based on the poker hands that come in, which usually I think we do. Was it three for 20? You get 3 hands for 20 bucks. And then Full Throttle is going to be at all the stops, pulling the cards. We're going to do a bike show at the end. There's going to be vendors, all types of stuff. I noticed John still has it snowing behind us too. He still's got the snow going on. I guess it's still that weird interim between Christmas and New Year's.
We did have quite a bit of Florida snow this year during the holidays.
Yes?
Yeah, it rained several times.
It did, and it was that light flaky snow too.
Yeah, it was like a mist.
Rain, so it looked like it could have been snow.
If it was just
a little
30
bit colder.
degrees colder.
Yeah, it could have been snow.
30, 40 degrees colder.
That's funny.
Today's beautiful ride weather.
I saw somebody made a post the other day. They said, this is that weird time in between Christmas and New Year's when, is it okay to start drinking at 10 a.m.? Is it not? Are you on vacation? It's
well, it depends on if you're off or not.
Well, I mean, or we're at work. I mean, it just depends. Right time.
Depends on the job.
It depends on the job. Now, you've been working on lights. Tell everybody about the light situation that you've been working on over in Pasco.
One of the things that I'm involved in, I've done it for several years. It's called Celebration of Lights, and it's actually located out at Safety Town Concourse, Newport Richey Rotary Pavilion, which is actually located at State Road 52 in the Parkway. The concept came from a gentleman, Dave Paris, who grew up in Ohio, and they had a drive-through light display that he really enjoyed. And he wound up being diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and one of his last dreams was to actually set up this celebration of lights out at the concourse.
It's a long trip too. I mean, it goes.
Yeah.
It goes.
It's about 1.5 miles for the drive-through, and we did that for several years. Then, as the event went along, the Parks Department used to do something out at Starkey Park, so they actually joined forces with us. And this year, they decorated the Rotary Pavilion, the Newport Richey Rotary Pavilion, and had Santa Claus out there each night that we were open. A couple of nights they had a skating rink, a bounce house, rock climbing wall. They had carnival games for the kids and Santa Claus each night that we were there. And the money that's raised gets donated back to different nonprofit organizations in the community. There were nights we had 600-700 cars drive through the drive-through light display. So
you've been putting a lot of work and effort into that this past, since what? When did you start that?
We started the week before Thanksgiving, putting lights up. It's a major task to get all these lights up, and it's done by 99% is volunteer-based. And then my job is also to take them down. So if anybody wants to help take them down, I can use your help. Just reach out to me, and most likely to be on evenings or weekends that I'll be taking those lights down.
Nice. It's not as important as getting them up. Getting them down might get a little bit more time.
Yep.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, getting them up, we had to work very quickly and get them up, and we had a lot of help from the community doing that. And you know, the best thing is watching the families pull up with the little kids and getting them to see the lights, you know, in the faces of the kids, and getting to see Santa. There's also a train ride that's out there, and it's open most weekends. They do a haunted house train ride. So it's kind of a neat thing for the community, and a lot of people in the area know about Safety Town. It's kind of like a miniature version of a town. They have a Home Depot.
It's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. They've got a church, a McDonald's, a bank, a firehouse.
I remember up in Ohio when I was young, there was something similar to that where they had like these little cars you drove around, and I remember, I don't know why, and I don't know what it was called. I think it was something like a Safety Town, but you learned how to stop at a stop sign and let people cross. And
bicycle safety.
I might have been, I mean, you're talking little, yes. Yeah. But it was, I just remember that they made this little town for kids to learn how to maneuver in a town. And I was like, okay, that's pretty dang cool.
Yeah, it's actually set up. The elementary students go there and visit, and they get to see different safety aspects. It's actually the sheriff's department's involved, and then it's a group of volunteers that put on Safety Town, which is pretty neat. But there's a lot that goes on. You've heard a lot of people have seen Jeeping for Justice. They actually do that out there, and that's a fundraiser for the community each year where the Jeeps get to go out into the trails. So a lot of things go on. And then the pavilion can be rented by people. A lot of people will do
done a couple
kind of
events
rustic
out there, actually,
weddings.
yeah.
We've done Pasco Music Fest was an event I was involved in. We do concerts out there. So it's a great resource for the community.
Yes, it is. Well, Dan, we appreciate you doing all that, that's for sure. What do you want to talk about now? Let's talk about...
Well, one of the things we had mentioned was kind of a year in review, something that... I wasn't there for the whole year, so you'll have to tell us some of the highlights that you remember.
Well, go to our pictures. Let's see if I can read. I know
boy.
They can't see it, but I can. What he does is, we got a TV over here. He's looking at our Facebook page. You can pull that up and see who's commenting. So you can go through all of our pictures. I know.
You mean our 3,000 photos that we have?
Go to the. Go up. You can see all there. You can go to. So, I mean, I remember I went and did Vegas Bike Fest this year.
Yep.
That was a lot of fun. That was, of course, I do like Vegas. You can see the start of my theme tattoo. I got a Vegas-style theme tattoo starting
How's it
here.
healing up?
It's healing.
Yeah.
John, can you pull the digital camera? I'm going through High Tide Tattoos with Neil Powers. So I'm doing a whole theme tattoo sleeve. You know, our Boardwalk Bike Show in Daytona was probably one of the best that we've ever done so far. So you can see it's going to be a whole theme tattoo. Yeah, I like Vegas, so it's going to be colorful and bright and, you know, that fun stuff. So, God, you're scrolling through it so fast. You're already at the expo from last year. What have we done? Plant City Bike Fest. We've done Leesburg Bike Fest. God, Leesburg was fun. I was I actually wore what is it, little Speedo, and I did a belly flop into the. Do you remember that?
No, I wasn't.
Oh, yeah, it must have been right before.
I've seen images.
That video's out there. There is a video. I did a
They're
belly
burned
flop.
in the back of my head. Thanks, Bert, for the.
So Bert gives away
Tony Speedo.
Yeah, he gives away women's panties, and I was like, well, I'm going to put them on and do a belly flop into the pool. Well, everybody stayed at this hotel, and I said, well, I can't be the only one. And a couple guys came up and said, we'll do it with you. It should be a lot of fun. I said, okay, now we can live stream this, and we can have a lot of fun doing belly flops into the pool with, you know, Bert's Barracuda panties on. I want to say there was 9 guys who put them on, and basically just in all their glory and women's panties did belly flops into the pool, and it was.
And we're no longer allowed at that
Yeah,
hotel.
we are no longer allowed at the hotel. That was no, actually, everybody was cheering, and then so it was 9 guys, and we tried to get the women to do it, and there was only like 3 women that would do it. I said, "Come on!" The guys did it. The girls wouldn't jump in, wouldn't do a sexy bikini contest.
Well,
so.
they saw what happened when you guys jumped
Well,
in,
it was-
so
I
that was
mean,
all they needed.
You had all that sexiness and all these guys, you know. The guy who won it was great. He actually come out and he had a robe on, I guess, and when he took it off, he had a sock, and it rolled out of the underwear, so like it was rolled all the way down. It was quite hilarious. Then he did a jump into the pool. So,
So what other events? I know Charlie got to go out to Sturgis this
Charlie
year.
did Sturgis. Now
And we
this
did
year
bike
we're
show.
actually speaking of Sturgis, we go out there every year. We do a bike show at Buffalo Chip. This year we're doing a ride from Tampa Bay to Sturgis. It's going to be 2 weeks, 14 days. We're going to do 6 days out there. 5 days out there riding, 4 days at Sturgis. So we're going to go do some rides and everything like that. We're camping at Buffalo Chip, and then 5 days back. So 14 days. It's going to be awesome. If you guys want, we're going to plan down the way. We're going to have hotel rooms, and you're going to have everything. We're going to have trucks trailing behind that can carry your equipment. If you break down, you're going to be able to pull on there. So that's going to be all set up. We're working the demographics of that right now.
I have people that are interested in going on the ride with us. Some of the Cody River riders, they've actually rented in Deadwood an old brothel that they're staying at.
I'm in. Oh, it's not a brothel now.
No, it's not a brothel now. No, it was back in the day.
Can we
So they
make
rented.
it so it still has the license? We can make it one over the weekend.
Yes, as long as they're not charging.
Well, what do you mean?
Well, I mean, I'm not paying.
An old brothel. So what do they do?
I
They're going
work
to
for
stay in
Full
the brothel?
Throttle. No, it's an old brothel, I guess, in Deadwood, and you can rent it like a hotel.
Oh, that's pretty awesome.
So they've rented the whole place, the Cody River Riders, and they're planning a trip. But some of them want to ride out with us.
That'll be
Some
awesome.
of them are.
I've had a lot of people ask us about it.
Trailering.
I got to work on the planning of it because it definitely is going to take a lot of planning and stuff. We're working on that right now. You'll see more of it probably after the expo, I'm going to say, because the expo's taking a lot. You did a couple things. I saw you went to Adamak.
Yes, that was a really neat experience. So Adamak had the grand opening of their St. Augustine dealership. And what I found really impressive, I've been to a lot of Harley dealerships throughout the country over the years, and the family history. They're one of the original family-owned Harley-Davidson dealerships from the beginning. I think they were like dealership number 6 or something.
They're up there, yeah. Right behind
And-
80 Pharaohs and out of Ohio and some of those other ones, yeah.
So what was really neat at this dealership, they had a lot of black and white photos enlarged throughout the dealership, and you can kind of see the family in their own element. And there was one picture that really caught my eye of the 2 brothers that run the dealership now. They were standing at Daytona during Bike Week on the beach with an old Sportster, and I want to say it was like mid-'60s. the photograph.
Really?
But the timeline, and then they had a collection of antique motorcycles, Harley Davidson, all kinds from all over the world. There was actually a bike out there that I was surprised, and it was from Italy, and it looked more like a sport bike, but it was an old 60s Harley motorcycle that
Some of the older
and it had
Harley
an
stuff
Italian-
that's out there, you sit there and go, is this really a Harley Davidson? They're like, they just slap a logo on this? They're like, no, 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 they made this overseas or...
Well, one of
for
our
the
local
war.
shops brought to Bike Night, it looked like a trail bike, and it's a Harley Davidson trail bike that they're selling, and it's all in original condition. The one that Quaker, that comes to Quaker. Next ride. They have a Harley for sale, and it's like $5,000. It's a little trail bike looking Harley. It was pretty neat.
Some of those older bikes, I know there's...
But there's a lot of
Bob
stuff
DeMoss
that
who
Harley
works
has
for-
done over, in its past that you don't really get to see or know. And so definitely, if you're in St. Augustine, stop by the dealership, take a look. They have 4 dealerships in that area. In Jacksonville, I want to say one's called Orange.
Yeah,
Park
so
or
they're
something.
Atomac. You got to look up Atomac. There's a whole bunch of different ones. They got 4 or 5 up in the Jacksonville area.
But they've got an incredible venue there with a stage, pre-built stage that they have in the parking lot. So it was a really neat dealership, brand spanking new, and me and my wife got to go and experience that. And they were huge fans of Full Throttle in that area, and we appreciate the support.
Very cool. Yeah, I was looking at scrolling pictures of Vegas Bike Fest. We took some of
Yep.
those new trophies from Steel Horse Metalworks out there, and we had a good time. I had a good time out in Vegas. Went and did that. Big Storm. We've been working with them. What is that? Zephyr Hills, Plant City.
Yeah, Zephyr Hills was a
Leesburg.
big night this
Zephyr Hills was a monster.
their bike night was
music and
very
motorcycles is great out in Zephyr Hills. That if you haven't been out to that one, straight out 54, and they just built that new road that we took. What is that? 50. It's
So 56, they continued all the way out to
54.
Well, 54 runs into 50.
This is
We
a
go
lot.
through this every time. 54 goes to 56, but at the mall it stops, and then it's 56 the rest of the way. But they continued it all the way through the Porter Ranch to, is it 301?
Yeah, it goes
So
all the
then
way
you
out.
can make a left, and it brings you right to Zephyr Hills. Just watch out for the deer.
And great riding. I mean, you're
Oh, yeah.
talking 4 lanes, open with a median, and just nice swooping roads.
Just farmland to your left and farmland to your right. Really neat.
It's definitely, if you want to put your bike to a test and you want to go riding, that's where you want to be. We're looking at.
Oh,
some
we
of
did the
stuff.
Bucks game.
We did the Bucks game. That was a preseason game. Now we
Yep.
have one this Sunday coming up. We're going to the Bucks game as well. We play Atlanta, a division game. It's I think if we win, we can go 8-8. I'm not even sure. Listen, I'm just happy to be on a non-losing season. Hopefully, that'd be nice to not have a losing season. We had a bunch of storms this year, so we had a couple events planned during storms. What he's doing is breezing through some of our pictures, and I'm looking at, we had a Burton Fran biker jam
That we
planned
attempted multiple times.
multiple times. That was shut
Unfortunately,
down.
hurricanes in Florida are definitely a real issue, and we just can't risk anybody being injured because we decided to host an event during a storm.
Nope. Stottlemyre's Smokehouse has been a
Oh,
new
this
bike
was a
night.
new event that was
Oh,
very
that
well
was great. What was that? That was underneath the overpass.
down in
And
St. Pete.
in St. Pete with West Coast Florida riders. What a packed event that was. What was the bar that we were with? I can't even remember, but man, there was so many people down
I was
there.
in another event. I wasn't able to make that one. I
There
know it
was-
was you and Les were there.
That's right, and I ran over to Quaker after because there was another event going on
Yeah,
over there.
There's always events.
God, there
a
was-
lot of times where, that's why there's so many staff members, because we have to be sometimes 4 or 5 events in a weekend.
I know many times there's been 4 of us at 4 different events. We all say, hey, everybody coincide on your live stream. So we'll take some video here, take some video there. I love when people go, God, you guys are everywhere. That's the game plan, is to be everywhere and anywhere we could be for the motorcycle community in the state of Florida. That's what we're about.
That was the Shamrock event fundraiser that went very well.
That was for junior diabetes?
Correct.
Junior,
Yes.
Yep.
And that was hosted by Low Life.
Low Life Industries, Mark Dix, all them guys out there. That was held at, where was that held at?
Shamrock.
Yeah. So, gosh, he's just breezing through pictures. You know what? 2019 has been a good year for us. I'm really
This
looking
was something
forward.
me and you did. So a gentleman had bought a motorcycle. It was a Sportster from Orlando Harley, and he wound up passing away. And I want to say his son was about 8. And
They were working on it together or something.
yeah. And the son wanted to be able to keep the bike, but it had to be paid off. So they did a fundraiser and a GoFundMe page, and the Harley-Davidson dealership did an open house and allowed us to come out. We did a bike show, and all the money that we raised for that bike show went to help the son try and purchase his father's motorcycle. And it was a great event. The Sheriff's Department came out. Something I got to see, which I'd never seen before, in the police bagger, it was a tactical unit, and in the police bagger, he had a machine gun that folded up and sat inside his left bag. I'm like, man, I need that.
It was awesome. The way he had it mounted and everything, I was like, okay, I didn't think the police cops had that with that kind of firearms on.
I've been around a lot of motormen. I'd never seen that. That was the first time, and that was so. Don't mess with the Orlando Sheriff's Department. I guess that'd be Orange County.
Yes. Well, you know what? One of the statements that we're making here is we work in Tampa Bay area a lot because we live here. We've been up to St. Augustine and Jacksonville and that stuff. We go over to Daytona for Bike Week and Biketoberfest. We go down to the Keys. We go to Miami. We're a statewide magazine. Even though we're based out of here, 4 hours away isn't as, you know, that's as besides Keys being 8 hours away. We go as far as everywhere in the state of Florida. We go up into the Panhandle till Jackson to the Apalachicola River. After the Apalachicola, Panhandle's actually managed by our Georgia-Alabama issue, Randy Snyder and them up in Southlands. If you want to look up there, there's a Southlands Full Throttle magazine as well, and they have all that information because they handle Panama City Beach, which is a great event. You ever been up there for that?
So I did that for many years. It's one of my favorites, Panama City. They roll out the red carpet. The businesses there want us there. The restaurants are great. You can stop at a different restaurant each night.
Shuckums and what is it? God, what is it? Miss Newbies and.
Well, I remember
these are places you never heard of, but those are good places right there.
You know, the nice thing there too is all of the resorts and condos and hotels all face the water. So you know, the balcony, you open up in the morning, you see dolphins out in they call it the Emerald Coast for a reason. So the Emerald Coast, it's kind of a green tinge to it, but the water is beautiful. You see dolphins every morning swimming. And the nice thing is you can go from venue to venue on your motorcycle, and a lot of times you're not stuck in bumper to bumper traffic waiting to move. It's, you know, you can get out and ride and stretch the throttle a little bit from time to time. But there's multiple venues where you can go and check things out. And then they have the Panama City Harley-Davidson out there.
You got Panama City Harley-Davidson, Frank Brown Park. Is it Frank Brown Park, I want to say? Frank Brown Park is where a lot of the vendors are. I've been out there many years. I haven't been out there actually in quite some time, but Frank Brown Park was where everything was at. You got Miss Newbies, Shuckums, I mean, all types of places. Our Full Throttle does a area out there that slips my mind because I'm sick right now and I can't remember what it is. But they do a area up there. Oh, man, I'm telling you, this sickness is just bad. I just feel like crap, and I'm trying to make it through here, everybody, and I'm just trying to remember all this stuff. I'm just happy I'm here doing the show for y'all, and we're here to talk about it. So, again, recapping 2019 has been really great. I really enjoyed a lot of the events.
So, Arcadia was an event. That was new for me to go out and attend. Really neat little town out in the center of the state.
And it's great. I mean, there's no wind by any means. It's definitely hot there.
It was hot.
It's
nice ride out there, though.
Yeah,
nice country roads.
And the town's very welcoming. I mean, it's a great little town. What was that little bar we walked into too? What a great bar. I mean, just great, nice middle of state. A lot of antique stuff. You want to go somewhere? Go to Arcadia. Check them out. Again, he's just breezing through pictures here, just remembering all the stuff. And God, we do 2 to 3 things a weekend. So just trying to remember some of the places we go to. Sometimes it's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. It's like, oh yeah, I forgot about that. You know, we've all over the state of Florida, from north to south, east to west. That's what we do here with Full Throttle Magazine. So let's talk about some of the upcoming stuff here. Let's get off the 2019. We're super excited for 2020. Kicking it off with Twinkies Run, and then we got Gibtown Bike Fest. Gibtown Bike Fest is going to be very good this year. Gibtown definitely. So you're going to see cups at Gibtown Bike Fest. We're making mugs, and those mugs are going to be 2 logos on there each side. You're going to have Gibtown Bike Fest logo on one, and then the Full Throttle Expo logo on the other. That mug you could bring to the expo and get a $3 draft refill. So that's pretty cool. You could get your mug at Gibtown, and we're working with them. We try and work with everybody. So the After Us, we'll maybe see if we could get Lucy and everybody down to Thunder by the Bay.
Thunder by the Bay.
Maybe they can bring
Another
the cups
great
down
event.
there and get a refill. So who knows?
Thunder by the Bay's going to the fairgrounds, correct?
The Sarasota Fairgrounds, yes, sir. Sarasota Fairgrounds, and they do have a charge this year as well. You have a $5 charge to get in. I would say with the 3-day pass for $12.50 or something like that. I was reading about that. So Sarasota Thunder by the Bay has a pay to get in event, and just like the expo is this year. This year the expo itself is free. The Florida Motorcycle Expo, we're going to touch on this, so if John wants to bring up some of that stuff we can talk about. The Florida Motorcycle Expo itself is a free event to come to. The concerts, if you want to see Daughtry or Uncle Cracker or Buck Cherry or any of the bands that are playing, you're going to have to pay to go into the back. Now, these bands were not cheap to bring in. You know, everybody wants to give us, oh, I thought it's always been free, it's been free. Yeah, the expo's always been free, and it is free to see the vendors, to go into Burt's Barracuda, to, you know, enjoy the bars, get a drink, do whatever, buy something, get something done to your bike. That is 100% free. If you want to see the bands and the concerts, it's $20 a day. There's a 3-day pass for $45 that you can only purchase online, so we're not going to sell those the day of. You can only purchase the 3-day passes online, so buy those now. And then there's VIP, which includes food and alcohol and upfront seating and meet and greets and everything. That's $200 a person for the 3 days. That's 3 days. So don't sit here and go, oh my gosh, that's expensive. That is food, alcohol, 3 days, meet and greets, upfront seating. That VIP will sell out. I'm going to tell you right now, we're only selling 300 of those. So we're almost 10% of those sold. We almost have 30 sold of those already. It will sell out. I'm telling you right now. If you guys want to get in the VIP, get on those early, get on those now, because if those sell out, you're going to miss it, because you're not going to be able to meet anybody but Buck Cherry. You're not going to meet Uncle Cracker or Daughtry. Those are going to be some very cool things, especially to be up front and see them play. It's going to be awesome. Are you excited about the bands? I mean,
yes, absolutely. You know,
what's that?
the thing about the bands too is this is going to attract non-bikers too, so we can invite more people into checking out our industry and our hobby. I was just reading some of the Facebook comments about our brothel ride. My wife comment, "You're not participating in brotheling."
Well, he doesn't know, Dan. It's a man, so.
And then of course Ken goes, "I can be in for that ride."
See, I like it. Ken's in. Ken Starling's watching. Greg and Amy Howard. Let's see who else. Janet. So, guys, chime in if you're watching.
32 comments, but yeah.
32.
Yeah.
Oh, you got to click on the comments. So those are just the top ones.
No, I did.
Ay, ay, ay. Do you know what you're doing here, Dan? You can't even see.
Learning.
Yeah, he can't even see. That's a.
No,
look at him. He's squinting.
I'm clicking on it. 32 comments, and I only see 5. So where are you hiding all the comments?
Well, we appreciate everybody making comments that Dan can't see. So
actually, I've decided, since I've worked extra hard this month, I might actually make an eye appointment and go get my eyeglasses. If anybody would like to donate to the Dan Eyeglass Fund.
Oh, he rides a motorcycle, and yeah, with this, you know, I mean.
It's only a problem if I need to see.
So when we were discussing about renewing his license coming up here too, we were going to try and figure out.
I got one more year.
Yeah, well, how are you going to read those? Read the.
So if anybody works for the DMV and can actually tell me what the letters are in the little test, I'd be happy to oblige.
Wow.
You could be financially compensated.
Wow, hey, that's a bribe. That's illegal. That's a federal company right there. He's kidding. This is no way.
Or if you work for the software company that provided then that wouldn't be a bribe, right?
Listen, I'm sick. I don't know what's going on. That's my answer, and I'm sticking to it. So we're trying to figure out how to see the rest of the comments.
We know you commented, hopefully about bands songs that we got to try and sing.
So Dan's trying to figure out social media while we're online here. This is brand new. So we got 23 minutes left to talk about it. Let's talk about the bike we're giving away at the Motorcycle Expo.
Now that says 18.
So we're giving away a bike at the Motorcycle Expo. Last week we had Tom on here from Liquid Addiction, and we gave him a bike that was, I wouldn't say in shambles, but the bike wasn't the best bike that was given to us, but we knew we were going to tweak the whole thing and make it look brand new for everybody. So what he did was he took this bike and we hydro dipped it and airbrushed it and did a lot of good stuff. Look at this thing right there. That is a brand new custom bike, brand new to you custom bike, hydro dipped, painted. What is it? 666 Artistry painted it. Hydro dipped by Tom with Liquid Addiction. The gauges are really cool. They got the Full Throttle logo in the gauges. The seat is like a felt. It's very awesome. Did a great job on this bike and just brought it back to snuff from what it looked like to what it is now. It definitely is 10 times over better than what it was before. And we've ridden the bike around a little bit, and it's comfortable. It rides well.
Rides better than mine.
So, and we enjoy, that bike is a lot of fun to ride around. Somebody's going to win that. We're selling that bike for $10 a ticket, 3 tickets for $20. That's a pretty good deal, 3 tickets for $20. Like I said, we only got 5,000 tickets. If you sell out 3,000 tickets at 5,000 divided by 3, it's like 833 whatever chance to win. There's a percentage in there it's pretty good. If you buy tickets, you got a good chance to win that. We're giving that away Sunday, February 9th at the Florida Motorcycle Expo at 4 o'clock, right before Greg Billings takes the stage to end it, right after our big Bike Builder Invitational Awards. We're giving away $30,000 in cash and prizes. We got bikes coming from all over the country. And when I say country, we're international now because we got bikes coming from Canada. Last year we had bikes coming from all over the place, including Hawaii.
Well, Hawaii would not be international.
I didn't say Hawaii was international. I said all over the place. I said this year was international because we have coming from Canada.
Of course.
So you assumed I was saying Hawaii.
I should not be questioning any geography at all.
I was going to say, so I knew what I said there. I thought I said it right. Maybe I said it wrong. I'm not sure.
Nope, you're good.
Okay.
Canada does make it international.
The bikes rode over from Hawaii. They took that long bridge. Just kidding. They actually had them over here for Las Vegas Bike Fest, and they left them, and then they flew back over, rode the bikes over from Vegas to our show last year. One stop. Those guys were great. Those are really awesome. Oh, what's this? Oh, another nickname? Time to get those Squints. I like Squints. That could be a good name.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dan. Yeah. Amanda. Dan, I still like Dan.
Well, we're going to have Amanda on the show next week.
You have a patch already that says your nickname.
I have one that says Skidmark, and I have one that says Dan It's a Man.
Yeah, yes. But the Dan It's a Man is the one you earned. I mean, you may have earned a Skidmarks one. I don't know. I'm not married to you. I'm not doing your laundry either. I'm just saying. Is Amanda going to be on our show next week?
Yes.
Amanda, we need you to pick a song from
you got to sing. You or Nick.
You and Nick are singing a duet or something from one of our 3 bands that are playing at the expo. It's going to be either Buck Cherry, Uncle Cracker, or Daughtry. You got to pick one of those bands because you're going to sing with us. If you're going to put yourself on the show, we're going to embarrass ourselves, and you're going to do it.
So the reason why we're doing the karaoke.
Yes, American Full Throttle Idol.
Yes, Full Throttle Idol. So people can videotape yourself singing one of the songs from one of the 3 artists. We have Uncle Cracker, Buck Cherry, or Daughtry. You're going to videotape that and then tag us in it, and
it's at the bottom. FLFT Mag is our handle, and then FT Expo 2020 is the hashtag.
And then you can win the grand prize.
We don't have one person that's done it yet. We've talked about this for a second. And we want to give away $400 value, 2 3-day VIP tickets, which is food, alcohol, meet and greets. Come on. I mean, you don't want to get up there and do a live sing one song. 3 minutes of embarrassment for $400?
Listen, I know for a fact that a bunch of the Cody River riders actually wind up going to a lot of our local establishments and doing karaoke. Many of them do that. So Cody River riders, where are your videos? Mac, Trey, we need to get...
I can't wait. What are you going to sing, Amanda? Amanda said she can't wait. So she's going to tell us a song.
I think Amanda could probably sing.
Can she?
Yeah. We need to get my wife she knows the words really well.
Well, we'll get the karaoke versions. I'm sure with all this technology in this great studio, we could have the TV play the karaoke version. So Squints over here can try and read. Yeah, so Squints over here can read about...
Well, the 60-inch TV I'm staring at is not large enough.
Yeah, well... That's what she said. Celebration of Life for Ron Lance is coming up, by the way. Saw that. You just scrolled down to there. January 19th. Just put that up there. Ron Lance was a great dude. Worked for Moto Tow. Did motorcycle training courses over at the Minrig Hall. They're going to do a party in celebration of life at the Minrig Hall in Largo for Ron Lance. That's January 19th, 1 to 4 p.m. Ron was a good dude. And,
why don't we plan a ride from our office down?
Probably will do that. Maybe meet up at noon and ride down there at 1. So we'll probably end up doing a ride from Full Throttle. Ron worked for Kirk at Moto Tow and took our bikes over to Daytona. Loved Jersky. We'd bring him in Jersky, and those two would just sit there and just lots of that's a good times with that man right there. It's a shame that we lost him at such a young age. Ron was good people's. You can see his event on our Facebook page. We just put that up there, and if you want to show up, it's they're trying to get a head count of people that are going to go because they're going to get it catered with foods and stuff like that. So, on a different note, tonight is the last bike night of the year that I can think of.
Yeah, I don't know of anything else.
I mean, you got to think there's not going to be. There might be some events on this weekend, but tonight at Tampa Harley Davidson, we're going to go out there. Code Red is playing free champagne and noisemakers. We need noisemakers. I need noisemakers. All right, I like.
Remember the. You'd hold the handle and spin it around.
Oh yeah, I always get those.
Yep.
I get the kazoo thing.
And yep.
I think I'm going to do it together.
So we're going to do a countdown to 10 o'clock, maybe?
I believe it says 6 to 9. I mean, I don't know. 9 o'clock?
Oh, 9 o'clock? We'll do a 9 o'clock countdown?
I don't know, but we're going to go party at Tampa Harley tonight. It is the final
friends
Friday
from Fran Hosh will be there. Attorney Fran Hosh will be there.
866-LAW-FRAN, lawfran.com. We have not mentioned her yet. We love Fran. Fran is amazing. Did you see that on Christmas Eve? They were out doing everything with the fire department and everything. I don't know how to say how amazing a person is and how much they give back to a community, except Fran and her family and Rhett and the kids and everything they do is just amazing. I love Fran Hosh. She's family to us here at Full Throttle Magazine. It's more than gotten just to be a business partner, and that's where it all started, but to be who she is and what she does for the community, for the people. I've literally watched her make people cry by doing something nice and helping them out. Like, you know, either whether it's standing at a Walmart line and helping somebody pay for their food or giving them a gift card where now they can do Thanksgiving dinner or just helping somebody in need. God, she's just amazing. It really does put shivers down your back when you think what they did. I mean, look at what they did for Feast Food Pantry.
Yes.
She asked for food donations, and everybody and anybody came out. They had more food than they could even handle and put in their location.
Yeah.
They give it to other places when they were full. How amazing is that? You ask, the biker community comes out and helps her out because she helps the biker community out. It is just, I mean, tenfold.
Well, people don't
awesome.
realize either the time resources that it takes to try and do some of those things. And, you know, her staff is there, and, you know, she's taking care of her staff, but they're there to help. But there's, you know, time involved, there's cost involved to do these things for our community. And you know, yes, it helps them market, but at the same time, it never... it balances out the time and effort that her staff has to put into, you know, do these fundraisers and drives.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there was everybody out there. Oh, by the way, you were just.
Yeah, we totally missed this.
We did forget that. Today, you guys know every day has a national day, right? So what is today's national day?
Fruitcake Day.
That's why I pointed at Dan, by the way. National Fruitcake Day.
You're more of a fruitcake than I am.
Dan, it's a fruitcake. I mean, Dan, it's a man. So I'm just kidding with you. But look at the fruitcake. Have you eaten a fruitcake?
Never.
You've never had a fruitcake?
No. I've had a neighbor give me one. I just let it age out and use it as a doorstop.
Wow. So I know they make the square ones, and they're always. See, John eats fruitcake, but that explains John.
Yeah.
I mean,
that tells us a lot.
I've always seen the square ones where they're like.
That one looks like it's got gummy bears on the top.
Yeah, no, that one I might eat. It looks kind of, the one that's on our page, it looks fairly edible, but nothing, I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to go say, hey, let's go eat some fruitcake.
They don't know where the National Fruitcake Day started.
Well, I'm not going to eat figgy pudding either. I don't know if you've ever had figgy pudding.
I don't know what that is.
That's in the song, you know, the figgy pudding.
Well, I also work part-time at a septic company, so I don't want to know what figgy pudding is. I can only guess.
You've seen it. You just haven't eaten it, huh? So, what is this? Look at this, National Fruitcake Day. Look at all the fruitcakes. And I was going to say that when Dan's picture was up there, but instead it's they put fruitcake pictures. Look at that. I guess they do look kind of yummy. What is the fruit that you put into a fruitcake? Because it doesn't look like fruit.
But people save those for like years.
It's dried fruit?
Eat them.
Oh, candied fruit. Okay.
So it's preserved?
Yeah, it's preserved candied fruit.
No.
Maybe we should have some fruitcake on the show next week.
After we well, I could eat it and then say that's why I can't sing.
Listen, okay. He got me in my ear, so he was telling me something. We're going to have some fruitcake. We're going to sing. We're going to have some eggnog. We probably should have done all this last week or this week with the Christmas
eggnog with spiked fruitcake.
Yes.
I bet you Amanda could cook a fruitcake.
Amanda, can you make fruitcake if you're still watching? She's gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna see. They're probably on sale now, actually, since Christmas is over.
Well, and they still have them left over from last year.
Because nobody. I think they just bring them out every year. It's the same ones. They just keep them wrapped up and put them in an attic and bring it back out for later.
So, do we have anything else going on this weekend?
No, I don't know. I'm lost. I'm sick. I have no idea what to talk about. What events are coming up this weekend?
I don't know. I don't see.
So,
let's go to events and we'll see what we got.
We're gonna look.
Tell us what events we got going on. The Grill and Chill tomorrow at Harley Davidson in Newport Richie.
Grill and Chill,
11
pancakes.
to 3.
Pancakes tomorrow at Newport Richie, Harley Davidson. It's
Stoudemire's on the 16th.
But nothing till what's that last one? Oh, go back up. They do have end of the year, New Year's Eve stuff. I don't know what everybody's doing for New Year's Eve.
So that's at Ferg's.
They're doing, Bad Company and Ferg's with Brian Howe, who we had last year at the Expo.
Yep.
By the way, we had Brian Howe from Bad Company, which I realized he was kind of that interim Bad Company guy. He wasn't. I know when I talk to people about it, they're like, "Oh yeah, he was Bad Company, but Bad Company did these certain years." So I was like, "Okay." So, but they're doing that. That's a big thing down at Ferg's. Ferg's puts on a hell of a show when they put a concert on. That's for sure. So, what else is coming up? We got, hitting the road for hospices in February. Thunder on the Water. That's not till way longer.
No, that's
what are you
next year.
looking at here?
I'm just scrolling through all our events. I can't believe that we don't have a busier weekend.
At the end of the year, I know you would think, but it's that weird in between.
What happens too is because New Year's and Christmas move. You know what days they're going to fall on, and Wednesday is New Year's, and
they're usually a week apart, though.
Well, yes, they're always a week apart, but they're normally could be Thursday, it could be a Saturday, it could be a Sunday, but you would think there'd be more events going on for this Saturday and Sunday.
I did see that. John made a mention in my ear. Next year, all the holidays are like fall on Fridays and Saturdays. It's actually really great.
So I did.
We posted that somewhere.
Yeah, we posted that. I found that and I shared that.
It was great. I want to say and then New Year's is like a long weekend. It's like a Thursday or something. And Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I was like, holy crap, this does work out next year for everybody for the holidays and the.
Find it in photos.
I don't know where you're going to go look. You know what? Again, today we've been sponsored by Vicks Vapor Rub, Advil Cold and Sinus. And,
if I'm sick next week, you know why. How do you get sick 2 weeks in a row?
I don't know. I've been licking the bottom of shoes or something. I don't know. I tried not to get sick twice. Trust me. So the last thing I wanted to do was be sick twice.
How does this not go in order?
I have no idea what you're even looking at here.
I was trying to find
stuff all over the place.
I was trying to find
This guy doesn't even know what he's doing here
special
today.
days of that were going on. We haven't done a mystery poker run in a while.
We have not done a mystery poker run. So next week we're going to be singing songs from our 3 bands. We know that. We're going to have special guests in here from who?
Home Rescue. They're one of our advertisers. They do remodeling, bathroom, kitchen.
And their names are?
And gutters. Nick and Amanda Walsh.
Nick and Amanda. I put you on the spot there. I'm bad with names, so that was pretty good.
They are, they're longtime friends of mine, and they've always supported anything that I've worked on, and they do a lot for our community. So it's, did you see it? I haven't found it.
No, but I was just seeing that something else we didn't discuss much was the cereal for summer we did.
Oh, yes.
You know, it's going to come up here sooner than later, too, so I'm going to try and hit that and do better this year. Cereal for summer. You know, kids get free lunches and breakfast at school. They say 1 in 4 kids goes hungry over the summertime when they don't have school, which is absolute insanity to me. 25%. You're telling me 1 in 4 kids doesn't have adequate breakfast or lunch over summertime when, you know, we're sitting here gorging ourselves and throwing food away. It shouldn't be that way. So we do the Cereal for Summer program where they get cereal for underprivileged kids, and every year we've gotten an award for getting as much as we can. You know, I try and work with at least one grocery store we go and buy.
And that's Feeding Tampa Bay?
Feeding Tampa Bay is always doing that. And I'm telling you, it's heart-wrenching to think that kids go hungry. I hate that idea. It's just the idea of, you know, their thing is to stamp out hunger in 2024. I want to see, I saw something about it, and it made me the happiest thing in the world. I said, we need to stamp out hunger. There's no way people should be going hungry. I don't care if you're a business owner and you're going to throw food out. Do the right thing with it. Don't just throw it out because a company or corporate says you got to throw it out. If there's somebody sitting there that needs a dinner or needs something, don't put it in the trash. Put it in their hands. That's what you do. The human decency needs to come back. We got to quit being snowflakes and so offended by everything that's out there and all this other crap. There it is. You just found it. But we need to remember that these are the real people out there that are going hungry and do have issues with drugs and have problems and alcoholism and stuff like that. When all they need is maybe a helping hand and some food. And, you know, it sucks. But let's be more human and less scared of what the heck the people are doing.
You know, it's sad that these kids, you know, typically they're saying that their only meal is while they're at school. And if school's closed for the summer, they don't have access to food. I know a lot of our local schools here will open up and the kids can go get free meal, but they still got to be able to get there. You know, and most of the time parents are working, so the child has no way. I know in my neighborhood, the school's actually in the neighborhood, so it's safe for kids to try and ride their bicycle there.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So even summertime, they'll open up for kids to come get breakfast?
Yes, some of the, they'll open up for lunch. So some of the schools are dedicated to feed the kids. And a lot of that comes from like Rotary clubs in our community will do, it's called Pack-a-Sack.
You guys said it at the same time in my ear and you said it.
So Pack-a-Sack is something that's done here locally in Pasco County, and our Rotary clubs do this, and they'll actually pack lunches where the kids have it for the weekend, for Saturday and Sunday. So they are getting those on Friday. So the Rotary clubs come together and make that happen. But it's a lot of volunteering, a lot of time, and a lot of cost involved to do these things. And it's sad that our kids are going hungry.
Should never. I mean, I'm sorry. If there's one thing that really gets me, it's kids and animals going hungry. There's food out there. There's tons of food out there to get. There's tons of food out there that doesn't cost $1 million. It just got to put the effort forth and get it to them. And again, I know it's just one drive that we do, but it's the one that's real close to my heart because kids shouldn't be hungry. I mean, kids are growing and playing, and you know, cereal isn't going to be the end all be all. Right. I understand that, but at the same time, if that's what I can do to help these kids have something for breakfast, yeah, I'm going to do everything I can. I usually spend somewhere in the vicinity of $500 to $1,000 just on full throttle money and my own. And we go out there and we try and get with a grocery store, and we have to ask them to match it or something like that. You know, it's real difficult because they don't want to work with you either. You know, as much as I want to say the Publix and the Winn-Dixies and stuff, they're very corporate, and you got to get in way in advance. And if you don't get in advance, they don't want to help you. And you know, to find the people that want to help. You know, we were at Save-A-Lot, and they've tightened their things. So we're going to try and get with somebody early and see if we could either get stuff that's maybe going out. You know, maybe it only has another shelf life of a month or two because they could go out and give that out to the kids first. Right. You know, or if they'll match our purchase, maybe they'll give us a pallet of food and cereal. We'll buy a pallet of food and cereal. Right. You know, so that's what we're going to try and do. Talk about those dates here coming up because they're really cool.
I love all of these dates. So we found it. This is on our Facebook post. We posted it December 13th in 2020. I love all of them except the first one.
Valentine's
Day is on a Friday, which you have no excuse then.
I know.
No excuses at all.
You shouldn't have an excuse. You're married. How long have you been married?
It'll be 21 years, January 2nd. Oh, crap, my anniversary. All right, note to self.
Wow.
January 2nd.
She's watching, by the way, you idiot. Oh, man, alive. How long have you been married? 20-something?
It'll be 21.
Wow, you're lucky that she likes you.
21 years, yeah.
Because you just forgot that. And that's
listen, you barely put up with me for 6 months. She's had to do it for 21 years.
I'm telling you.
So anyways, she gets to keep, she has the rights to name me my nickname. I think
she should pick Dan. It's a man. Anyway, what are the other ones?
So Valentine's Day is on a Friday. Cinco de Mayo, Taco Tuesday. We have to plan a Taco Tuesday.
We got to do a Taco Tuesday run or something like that. Because it's after the best day of the year.
Sure.
Cinco de Mayo is after Cuatro de Mayo.
Yeah, which is
Cuatro de Mayo is.
Quattro?
Wait.
No.
Yeah,
Cinco.
Quattro. It's my birthday, you son of a gun. I was born on Star Wars Day.
May the 4th be
with you. That's right. Yeah. That's why I'm amazing. The Force is with me. Anyways,
it's a giant nerd day.
It is giant nerd day. Hey, careful.
I know. I'm in the layer of the nerds.
You're in a layer of nerd here, so you better watch what you're saying around that one. So
I still haven't watched the Star Wars movie. Did you get to see it?
Of course I saw it. Come on now. I didn't wait that long.
Well, I want to thank my kids for not inviting me to go with them.
Oh, dicks.
While I worked, so that they could have a good Christmas.
Wow.
Yeah. All right. So July 4th, Saturday, fireworks galore.
Fireworks on a Saturday? Boy, you know that's going to be a crazy day.
That's going to be a lot of hospital visits.
Yes.
Halloween's on a Saturday. Scarefest.
I am very much for making Halloween the last Saturday of October.
Oh, yeah. Why can't
I don't
we?
understand
There's no
that's
reason why we can't.
Well, that's been a petition out there for
Sure.
quite some time. And you guys tell us what you think about that. Halloween should be the last Saturday of October, no matter what.
Correct.
Why can there's other holidays that change dates?
Right.
Why can't Halloween be safer? Because number one, if it's on like a Wednesday, you got to haul ass home, get the kids ready, get out there, run around.
It's not as enjoyable.
It isn't. You don't get a day to get ready,
No.
and costumes take time to get. It's just, I don't know. For some reason, I don't think it's.
Well, let's start the movement. Who do we got to talk to?
That's right. I don't know.
I don't know if that's a Congress, Senate. I mean, we already tried to get rid of daylight savings, and that hasn't worked.
Yeah, that didn't work.
We
so
voted. They didn't listen.
We got a minute and 50 left, so let's
All
get
right.
through this.
So next one, Christmas is on a Friday, and New Year's would have to be on a Friday too. So that begins. That means we got 3-day weekend.
I did thank you leap year, by the way.
Oh, it's a leap year also.
It's a leap year 2020.
Has anybody actually checked any of these to make sure those are correct?
I did, yes. Actually,
All right.
I did look and see if some of them were correct. So with the leap year this year, because I made a post yesterday, I said, only 364 days till Christmas. And I was corrected. They said, oh, it's a leap
a
year,
leap year, so
365. I'm like, oh,
No,
thank
well,
you.
3.
Huh?
3.
No, it adds a day.
Oh. Leap year. Oh, leap year is the 29th.
Yes.
Instead of 28.
So at least we won't have all those stupid posts on Facebook. Oh, I'm going to quit my job on February 30th or,
Yeah.
or 29th. Or like, oh, there is a 29th this year. So, or 28th. I don't even know. I'm sick. And we got a minute left. 29th is correct. Thank you. I appreciate that in my ear. Anything else on the way out?
No, just ride safe. We, we hear a lot of incidents going on, and there's a lot more people moving to Florida. I mean,
Blue hairs. Watch out, watch the blue hairs.
It's definitely the season for it. So please be careful when you're riding.
The cagers.
Yep. Keep your head on a swivel.
Thank you to all of our sponsors and everything we do. John, of course, with WeBeam TV, Attorney Fran Hosh, Harley Davidson, Burt's Barracuda, Tampa Harley Group, the Newport Richie, Brandon, Tampa Group. What else? Anybody other thankful sponsors? We got a ton of them. Morimoto. I'm going to miss a bunch, so I'm just going to.
For the expo, we got the law office of Deborah Diaz.
Deborah. Yes, we love Deborah.
We got to
Diaz.
get Deborah on the show.
Yes, we should get Deborah on. 10 seconds. That's it. You're going to count us
10
down.
seconds.
It's like the end of the year. 8, 7, 6, 5. That's
4,
it.
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!